Welcome to today's Tuesday Tip. I'm Vickie Bell, and I have with me Ebony Hall. Today's tip is going to be a 2-4. The first part, I've got a lot of calls from you guys asking about fair housing, about HUD, what is HUD changing, how are the changes in Washington affecting HUD, and how they will affect you. The only thing I can tell you is to stay tuned to the HUD channel. Today, Ebony and I went on the HUD channel and we found something very, very interesting. As you know, Scott Turner is the new director of HUD. And on the HUD YouTube channel, I think it is, Ebony?
Yes.
We received this today.
The HUD staff to halt any pending or future enforcement actions related to HUD's 2016 Equal Access Rule, which in essence tied housing programs, shelters, and other facilities funded by HUD to, quote, gender identity. And I want to...
Okay, Ebony's going to tell you when we finish discussing it where you can find the rest of that video. But what Secretary Turner is talking about is the Equal Access Rule. And there are a lot of implications about what to do, what not to do. And unfortunately, to all the people who've called me and asked me, I can't tell you. The only thing I can tell you is I'm looking and I'm listening for what I can see and what I can find. And I would advise you to do the same. The Equal Access Rule was initially published in 2012. It prohibits discrimination in HUD-funded housing and shelter programs. And it seems that, according to what Secretary Turner is saying to us today, that there will be some changes in that. So consult your attorneys, consult your executives at the HUD office if you need more information or more clarification. And Ebony, how can they find the snippet from Secretary Turner?
They can go on our website, navigatehousing.com, and we have a link to a blog post about this, and they can watch it there and also read more about the news release that came out Friday. Today is Monday, February 10th, and just today that video was published to the HUD channel, so we'll have a link to that on the blog post that you can find on our webpage at navigatehousing.com. And I just wanted to mention, Vickie, before we move on, if you look at the news release, and I'll just pop it up on the screen. If you look at the news release that was put out on Friday, we can expect more changes because he is quoted here as saying, moreover, this is just the first of many examples of how, starting on day one, HUD is going back to work for the American people and being a good steward of taxpayer dollars. There will be more where this came from. So like Vickie said, just stay aware, keep your eyes on the HUD page, HUD website, also on their YouTube channel to get the latest information.
Yes. The other thing I want to remind you about is that HOTMA, great old HOTMA. We can't do anything without mentioning HOTMA. The HOTMA forms have still not been released yet. But there is a section that I got a call about the other day. You know that HOTMA said that you could use the COLA increase once it was published in order to figure your Social Security information for the following year. Well, October the 10th, 2024, it was published at 2.5%. So your January, February, March, and April Social Security incomes should reflect the COLA increase. You know, we used to wait until the letter came out in December. Well, now the letter came out, or the notice came out from Social Security in October. So you could start using it for October for 2025. Now that doesn't mean if they had a November recert, you're going to use the COLA increase. Some managers like to use 3-4 months and then do the balance of the 12 months with the COLA. However you decide to do it, it needs to be written in your company policy and in your tenant selection criteria so that your reviewer will know how you included the COLA and what was counted. Stay tuned next week. Hopefully we have some more new information for you and some good information, but we look forward to seeing you guys next week for another Tuesday tip.